Hello everyone, and welcome back to History of the Ancient World. Today we're journeying back in time over 3,000 years to the heart of ancient Anatolia, what is now modern-day Turkey. We're going to uncover the story of a civilization that was once a superpower of the ancient world, a rival to Egypt and Babylon, yet for centuries they were almost completely forgotten. I'm talking about the mighty Hittites. Who were the Hittites? Imagine a kingdom forged in the rugged highlands, a people who mastered iron while their neighbors were still primarily using bronze. This gave them a massive technological edge, making their armies feared across the Near East. They weren't just warriors though, they were also master diplomats, pioneering the art of the international treaty. The most famous of these, the Treaty of Kadesh, is the earliest surviving peace treaty in history, a testament to their sophisticated statecraft. The story of the Hittites begins around 1650 BCE, when a king named Hattusili established his capital at Hattusa. This city, nestled among rocky crags, would become the heart of a sprawling empire. From this formidable fortress, Hittite kings launched military campaigns that extended their influence from the Aegean Sea to the Euphrates River. They sacked the legendary city of Babylon and went toe-to-toe with the pharaohs of Egypt. One of their most legendary clashes was the Battle of Kadesh, around 1274 BCE, where the Hittite king Muwatalitseke faced off against the great Rameses II of Egypt. It was a colossal battle involving thousands of chariots, and while both sides claimed victory, it ultimately led to that historic peace treaty I mentioned earlier. The Hittite army was a force to be reckoned with. Their secret weapon? The three-man, horse-drawn chariot. While other armies used two-man chariots, the Hittites added a third soldier. This allowed one person to drive, another to shoot arrows, and a third to hold a shield, making their chariots more stable, better defended, and far more effective as mobile fighting platforms. Combined with their early adoption of iron weapons, this made them a military powerhouse. But their success wasn't just built on brute force. The Hittites were a melting pot of cultures. Their empire was a multi-ethnic, multilingual state. They adopted gods, myths, and artistic styles from the peoples they conquered, creating a unique and vibrant culture. They were known as the people of 1,000 gods, and their pantheon was a sprawling, complex family of deities from various origins. Their legal system was also remarkably advanced for its time. The Hittite laws, unlike the eye for an eye code of Hammurabi, often favored restitution and fines over brutal physical punishment. This suggests a society that valued compensation and a degree of fairness, which is quite a modern concept. Their language, Hittite, is the earliest attested Indo-European language. The discovery and deciphering of thousands of cuneiform clay tablets from the ruins of Hattusa was a monumental achievement in linguistics. These tablets opened a window into their world, revealing everything from royal decrees and legal codes to religious rituals and epic myths. It was like finding a lost library of a forgotten empire, allowing us to hear the voices of the Hittites themselves after millennia of silence. So what happened to this mighty empire? Around 1200 BCE, the Hittite civilization, along with many other great powers of the late Bronze Age, collapsed. The exact cause is still debated by historians. It was likely a perfect storm of factors: invasions from the mysterious Sea Peoples, internal rebellions, climate change leading to famine, and the disruption of trade routes. Their grand capital, Hattusa, was burned and abandoned, and the Hittite Empire vanished from the stage of history. For thousands of years, they were little more than a name mentioned briefly in the Old Testament. It wasn't until the early 20th century that archaeologists rediscovered Hattusa and began to piece together the story of this lost civilization. The excavation of the city's massive walls, its temples, and its royal archive of clay tablets was one of the greatest archaeological stories of our time. It was a dramatic resurrection, bringing a forgotten superpower back into the light. The legacy of the Hittites is subtle but significant. Their pioneering use of iron technology helped usher in the Iron Age. Their innovations in diplomacy and international law set precedents that would echo through the centuries, and their very existence reminds us that history is full of powerful empires that can rise, dominate, and then fade away, leaving behind tantalizing clues for us to rediscover. They are a powerful lesson in both the might and the fragility of civilization. So the next time you think of the ancient world, don't just picture the pyramids of Egypt or the ziggurats of Mesopotamia. Remember the rugged highlands of Anatolia and the iron-wielding, chariot-driving, treaty-making Hittites, the forgotten empire that once challenged the pharaohs and shaped the course of history. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the past. If you enjoyed learning about the Hittites, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to History of the Ancient World for more stories from our distant past. Let us know in the comments which ancient civilization you'd like to see us cover next. Until next time, stay curious.